Have you ever felt like life was testing you? Like the universe dumped every challenge it had at your doorstep just to see if you'd crack? What if I told you there's a story, a real one, that might just change the way you look at your struggles? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see the storms in your life as the very thing shaping your brightest days ahead. Let me introduce you to Noah, a man who faced it all, lost it all, and somehow turned it all around. Noah's story begins like so many others, with dreams as big as the sky. He wanted to build his own business, provide for his family, and make his parents proud. At 30, he had it all mapped out, or so he thought. But life doesn't always follow our plans, does it? Within a year, everything unraveled. His business collapsed, his best friend betrayed him, and the love of his life decided she wasn't in it for the long haul. Suddenly, Noah was standing in the ruins of the life he'd built, wondering, why me? And just when he thought it couldn't get worse, it did. One cold January morning, Noah woke up to an eviction notice on his apartment door. With only $300 to his name, fear gripped him. Is this it? Have I failed for good? He wondered. But sometimes it's in our darkest moments that the smallest sparks ignite. For Noah, that spark came in the form of a stranger, a retired teacher named Mrs. Eleanor. Picture this, Noah sitting on a park bench, holding back tears, when Mrs. Eleanor sat down beside him and said, "Rough day?" He nodded, and what she told him next changed everything. Mrs. Eleanor's words, "Do you know how a pearl is made? It starts with a grain of sand, something irritating, even painful, but over time the oyster turns that irritation into something beautiful. Your pain is your grain of sand, Noah. What will you do with it?" Those words stuck. They didn't fix everything overnight, but they planted a seed, a tiny glimmer of hope. Noah decided to take the first step. He didn't know what the whole staircase looked like, but he knew he couldn't stay on that bench forever. Over the next year, Noah rebuilt his life, slowly, painfully, but with purpose. He picked up odd jobs, learned new skills online, and started a blog documenting his journey from rock bottom to redemption. And you know what? People noticed. Within 3 years, that blog turned into a thriving business. He wasn't just paying his bills. He was helping thousands of others navigate their own storms. And every time someone thanked him for changing their life, Noah thought back to Mrs. Eleanor's words. Your pain is your grain of sand. Today, Noah's story isn't just about success. It's about transformation. It's about choosing to see challenges not as walls, but as stepping stones. And it's about understanding that sometimes the plans we have for ourselves are nothing compared to the plans life, or even God, has in store for us. Speaking of plans, let me ask you this. Do you believe that everything happens for a reason? Because what I'm about to share next might be the sign you've been waiting for. Noah's story is a reminder that even the most painful moments can lead to something beautiful. But here's the thing. It's not just about his journey. It's about yours. Right now, you might be holding your own grain of sand. The question is, what will you make of it? If you've ever wondered whether there's a bigger picture to your struggles, I invite you to watch my next video. God has a plan for you. Because sometimes the hardest moments are the ones that bring us closest to our purpose. The next video, God has a plan for you, a playlist of similar motivational content. Encouraging text appears. Your journey is just beginning. Keep moving forward. Click here to continue your journey, and remember, you are stronger than you think. Have you ever felt like life is spinning out of control? Like every step forward feels like 2 steps back? You're not alone. But here's the thing. Sometimes, all it takes is a few powerful words to reignite your spark, shift your mindset, and light the path forward. Today I'm sharing 10 quotes. Yes, 10 that can change the way you see life and its challenges. And trust me, number 7 might just blow your mind. Ready? Let's dive in. Before we dive into the quotes, let's talk about why they matter. Words have power, real power. They can break you or they can build you. And sometimes a single phrase can lift you out of the darkest hole. So, let's set the stage with the first 5 quotes, designed to spark hope and inspire action. Quote number 1. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. Franklin D. Roosevelt. This one's for those days when you're ready to throw in the towel. It's a reminder to hold on, even if it feels impossible. Quote number 2. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Theodore Roosevelt. Because let's be real, life's rarely perfect, but progress starts with what you've got right now. Quote number 3. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Keep going. Every step, no matter how small, is a step forward. Quote number 4. It always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela. Think back to something you've achieved that once felt unreachable. Got it? That's proof you can do it again. Now, let's shift gears. Because here's the reality. Life gets hard. Fear creeps in, telling you to stop trying. That's when these next quotes become your armor. Quote number 5. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis. Let go of the idea that it's too late. Life isn't a race, it's a journey. Quote number 6. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Everything you need to keep going is already inside you. You just have to find it. And coming up, the one quote that taught me how to turn my greatest failures into my greatest strengths. Quote number 7. Failure is the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Henry Ford. What if failure isn't the end, but the beginning of something better? By now you might feel a spark. That's the power of words. They help you see possibilities where there were once only roadblocks. Let's close with the final stretch, quotes that will remind you of life's beauty and your purpose within it. Quote number 8. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Dalai Lama. Happiness isn't handed to you. It's something you create. Quote number 9. Don't count the days. Make the days count. Muhammad Ali. Every single day is an opportunity to leave your mark. Quote number 10. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. Albert Einstein. Think about that. Every storm you face carries a seed for growth. It's up to you to plant it. Cliffhanger. And for those wondering how it all fits into the bigger picture, here's the answer you've been waiting for. So there you have it. Quotes that can reignite your hope, boost your morale, and remind you that you're capable of incredible things. But let me ask you this. Have you ever felt like the universe has a plan for you? Like even your toughest moments are shaping you for something bigger? If you've ever wondered, don't stop here. Check out my next video, God Has a Plan for You. Because sometimes, the challenges we face are part of something far greater than we can imagine. Click here to watch it now, and remember, you're stronger than you think, and your story is far from over. See you there. Outro music fades out with an encouraging quote, "You're not alone, keep moving forward."